Hi, everybody, and welcome to the A Little Knitty podcast. My name is Maribel.
I'm Jen.
And we're bringing you our May podcast.
Yes, it's May.
It's gonna be May.
I keep seeing those.
I try really hard not to do those memes. Anyways, we may or may not have a long episode. I have a lot of stuff to show you.
She's been really, really busy, so I think we definitely should start with you.
Yeah.
Wait until you see what she's got.
Yeah. So we had a customer in like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, look at all this stuff I've knit. And, you know, I write down all my stuff in a journal, and I look through it, and I had only finished 2 things all year. So I decided to
have a finishing party.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm going to show you what I've finished.
It's so pretty.
Look. Let me show you the side.
And this has made it into the podcast before, right? Like, haven't we talked about this in the past?
Yeah, this is one of the first things that I've, like, cannibalized.
Oh, that's right! This was a cannibalization.
Yeah, and now it's done. This is the Love Note by Tin Can Knits, and I hand-dyed this yarn. It's called Pillow Talk, but I no longer dye 100-gram skeins. Sorry,
and
y'all.
you really wouldn't want to knit that with the minis.
No, I mean, you could, but I don't have the mohair.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I did the size large, and I knit this with a U.S. size 9 for the body, and then a 7 for the ribbing. Yeah. And I remember that because I actually used my Ravelry notes.
Oh, good job! I never do that. I really need to be better about that. Especially if I'm going to knit something twice, then it's so much easier.
I didn't have the needles in my bag
for
this, and I almost was like, I guess it's time to get cannibalized the third time. But I went on Ravelry and I had my notes.
That's awesome! Good job.
I have to weave in the ends, but I have to redo the neckline.
Well, I was just wearing my Love Note, and I changed into this guy. But yeah, mine is really tight. Like, I love it when I'm wearing it, but like my big head has a hard time.
My ears did not like I have to like pry it off, so I have to redo that.
Maybe a little more.
Yeah, maybe I might just go back a row and then bind off in a US 8.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or a 9.
That's a good idea.
As long as it doesn't look weird.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful.
Me too. I almost wore it, but
it's warm today.
Like, I was up in the front, and Jen made me actually work today.
I know, I did. So it was a lot of yarn, too.
And I was, like, sweating, and I wore a long sleeve, and I'm sweating in the windows.
I'm sweating, too. I'm doing it for the love of yarn crafting. What else did you finish?
I finished a pair of socks. I actually finished a pair.
Yes.
Shorty. I usually like just do this and I go, I'm done.
Yeah, me too.
None of my projects, anytime I'm like done and finished, I don't weave in the end.
Yeah.
It took me
we're similar than that.
It took me 6 years to weave in and end on a hat that I wore like 2 weeks ago.
Everything I finished since the last podcast, it's all ends woven in.
I think you have to have, I know you have one at the end of the year, but...
at Christmas time, right before Christmas, I'll do a weaving and ends party, but maybe we should have one more.
Like Christmas in July. But
accountability.
I can't remember
they look so good.
It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I'll have everything linked down below. But this is my hand-dyed yarn.
And did you use the fingering weight or did you use the DK weight?
Fingering weight.
Fingering, okay.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
I'm a good yarn dyer.
You are. It's like you do that professionally. I love that this colorway can pull, like, you know, originally it was Christmas, right? But I feel like it works well for Valentine's Day. Like, you know, like it's not Christmas, because I think sometimes if you knit Christmas socks, you don't want to wear them the rest of the year. But like, you could totally wear these all year round.
Yeah, so. And I mean, it's called Holiday Cheer, but I didn't say which holiday.
Which holiday? Yeah, there you go. Flag Day.
And then these sock blockers, Jen sells them in here in the shop. So
it's just nice to like, it makes it where if you are going to display your socks, this pulls them out and makes them look all pretty.
Yeah. And the last thing I finished is this little ghosty. Again, I don't ever weave in my hands.
That's just his like woo tail.
I think that's what this is.
Oh yeah.
It's like the residue.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a little
so
ghosty.
cute.
He's so cute. Originally, he comes with like a pumpkin hat, but I couldn't find my orange and brown, and I didn't want to buy more. Just for the hat.
That hat is stinking cute though. In the pattern, it's really cute.
But that is.
I think that's a free pattern on Ravelry, is it not? I think it is.
I think it is. Yeah, it'll send you to a website.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it is a free pattern.
Yeah.
But
and really fun. You've gotten like maybe you've gotten bit by the crochet bug, like the Amigurumi bug.
I did. Yeah. Do you want to share anything, or do you want me to just keep going?
I'll share what I'm wearing. I'm also knitting because I can't sit still. I finished like ends woven in. The only thing is that what's not finished is I'm going to get some ribbon to put over my steek, so that is not finished. And it doesn't have buttons, so I guess it's not
the knitting is finished.
It's Jen finished. Like the ends are all woven in. It's steeked open. So this was knit in the round. This is called the Shiftigan by Andrea Mowry, and it's knit in the round, and then you cut it open and make it into a cardigan. I did sew it down and crocheted it down because I'm extra, and I was worried this is a superwash product, and I just was a little bit worried about it. So. I think it was excessive, but I'm gonna get a cute little, I don't know, maybe just a black ribbon, but just something cute for inside there. But I love it. It definitely has the amount of ease that I wanted. I have button paralysis whenever I have to pick out buttons. Like I'm waiting for the perfect button to find me, and I haven't found it yet. So I button holes, but no buttons.
So what yarn did you use?
But I used that's a good question. Recycled Tweed, which is by Queensland Collection, and then Rainbow Beach, also by Queensland Collection. And I striped it. It was supposed to be, so color A is your background color, and color B is up here, and it's a slowly color changing marled yarn. And then color C would be here, and then D would be here. But I had so much of color B, that I just finished the sweater with B. So I only used 2 skeins of the color marling yarn, and then I used I think 4 of the background color, but I had actually bought like 6 because I just was afraid that I was gonna run out of yarn. It didn't seem like enough, and but it was enough. But yeah, it's just it is cozy, it is very warm, but I really did, I loved knitting this, and especially loved the arms. I did rework the arms because just my arm decreased at a different rate, I guess. But so I knitted 3 arms. I knit 1, ripped it out, and knit 2 more.
I knit like 3 sweaters.
Yeah. Out of the same yarn. Yeah. And that's the beauty of yarn, right? Like that's I think what I struggle with sewing is like once you cut something, that's it. You can go smaller, of course, but like the ship has sailed. Where if I knit an arm that's too big, I just ripped it out and did it again. So, but yeah, this I'm gonna wear a ton this fall. I think like I love it, and yeah, I can't say enough about it. So I feel like I know this was my goal to finish it by this podcast. So I love that I made it because I didn't think it was gonna happen. But
I almost. So my goal was. So Jen had steeked this cardigan, and I was like, oh, what if I steek mine?
Yes.
And then
I didn't do it live.
and then it got put in timeout, and I'll show you why later.
Yeah.
So then I started finishing other things.
Finishing things does feel really good. Like I haven't been keeping track of my finished projects, but like I finished like 3 things lately, and I was like, that feels really good. Of course, I cast on how many extra things, but yeah, it feels really good to finish it. So, did you finish anything else, or is that all you're finished?
That's all my finished.
Did you start anything new?
Started a few things.
Okay, what did you start?
So, this is my little koala. He's not a koala yet, but
he will be when he grows up.
So I did take the class the
Koala, Amigurumi, Crochet Friends,
Yes.
or something like that.
So I have not touched it since the class. But I did finish the legs and an arm.
Okay.
So I've got to do the other arm, the ears, and the nose, and he's like pretty much done.
He is.
Look at him. I'm a very tight crocheter. And I made the babiest koala in the class. Everyone else is like this big, and I'm like, mine's the baby.
Well, you know, that's how I took a class with the creator of Toft kit, the Toft kits we have with her, and everybody else's was big, and mine was like this big.
Yeah, I forgot. So I started off crocheting. I forgot. Well, I purposely was trying to be tight because it's Amigurumi.
Yeah.
But I didn't intend to be that tight, and I actually almost went down a needle or a hook size.
Oh, really? Oh,
I'm
that's
glad I
perfect. That's perfect, like thickness. So I really like that. Aww.
But because
He's
the
so cute.
Amigurumi bug bit me.
Yep.
Here's a dinosaur.
I think he is adorable.
Right now, he kind of looks like the Loch Ness monster.
That's what he. Yes.
And I accidentally put
He's Nessie.
these buttons that are way too tight, so it makes them look funky.
Oh, I think he's
Or the
cute.
eye thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. I think it's by like StringyDingDing. It's a weird. It's a weird name. But I did one of his feet, and I've got to do 3 other ones, a tail, and then I'm going for the white chest option. Oh, and then little
like
circles.
polka dots or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all in all, probably like an hour.
Yeah.
But in my bag, I currently have like
Yeah.
arms.
But it's like all those fiddly bits, because like I was helping somebody with an amigurumi thing today, and it's all those fiddly bits. You think that this is going to take you the most time, right?
Yeah.
And it's all those tiny little bits. It's like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that to take me so long.
Where you like start.
Yeah,
start
yeah, like or like a little tiny ear where you just like magic circle and you're done. But it's like it's so many tiny pieces, and then sewing them together. We're both not great about weaving it in, so sewing things together. I'm assuming you have the same problem that I do.
That's what it is.
All of it needs to be is that is so me. I think I have one of these on the shelf over there, and for a while it had its ends just
floating around
on the breeze because that's too much work.
Yes, but let me show you why I didn't finish my spark.
Yes.
So
I don't know what it is.
yeah, I did both the arms. Did I show that last time?
Yes, because I held an arm. I don't know if they would fit. Well,
I think they
might have been
would've.
finished.
So
yeah.
this is one of them. The other one's
Here, I'll hold it.
in the bag.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the
Yarn.
body.
Smells good. Your yarn smells really yummy.
So this is why I didn't finish it.
Oh, yes, you did tell me about this.
Y'all, I've been knitting for 10 years. And I have never in my life accidentally twisted the bottom.
That could be a thing, though.
So I had, the cuffs have 2x2 ribbing on them. And I didn't understand why the body had 4x4 ribbing. And I was like, I don't really like that. So I did 2x2 ribbing and realized, oh, there's a reason for that because the number of stitches to the pattern, to the color work. And so then I ripped it all out, started over.
Okay.
And I twisted it.
And you did it quickly because you were like,
yeah,
I need to make up for last time.
And I didn't realize till right before I got to my color change, and I had to make a decision. Do I rip it out again, which I hate doing the ribbing, or do I just twist it and then keep going because it is a steeked.
Yeah, because you can just cut that open,
I'll
right?
just cut it open. and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
you lost steam because it's like, oh.
Yeah, I made me roll mad. And then, I mean, it's a good thing because then I finished my love note.
That's true.
So, yeah, that's...
I'm working on a little summer sweater that's a crop, and it has like a detail like that in the front. And so, yeah, it did that on purpose.
It did that on purpose.
It's okay.
Yeah, just because I was going to steek it,
I don't think it's any... Like, you just have to be careful as you go down to make sure you cut the...
So I'll probably cut from the top down.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah, it will be okay.
it's okay. If anything, I'll just do sweater surgery and then Or never wear it. Or, you know.
Or just wear the sleeves around. Because the sleeves are really
Walk
pretty.
around with my sleeves.
Just the sleeves. I just wanted to show off all my hard work. You could make arm warmers a thing.
There is a pattern by Knititude, I think, where it's like, it's kind of like a scarf.
Yes, that you
with
put
the
your,
arm.
yes.
Yeah, so
I
it
wanted
wraps
to
around
make
you
that.
and
Yeah. It looks so beautiful. Like, she looks so beautiful in it that I want to knit it, but I know I won't look like her.
I think there was a bride-to-be decided to knit herself one, and all her bridesmaids too, all different colors, so they all have knitted.
What a good, I want to be in her bridal party.
Yeah, again,
That's cool.
Again, since I was like still mad at that, I started another sweater.
Yeah. This is a sweater?
This is a sweater.
Okay.
And it's a mess.
I try to look away when she's like unpacking her stuff because I want to be surprised. I didn't realize it was a sweater. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Is that your yarn?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
With dog hair included.
Yeah. So what is the patterning?
So this is called Antique Floral.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming upside down it's the flower pot. And then the flowers. So it's upside down.
Okay.
But to me it kind of just looks like a Kaluthu looking, I'll show it to you after.
Okay. Yeah.
There's supposed to be flowers.
I don't know.
But
it's stunning, and it photographs really, like on the video, it looks really good. Wow, I love the black background. I can't talk today.
so the black is actually heritage yarn.
Okay,
and
are you holding it double? Okay, because it's DK, right?
Yeah. So the pattern is DK. I love this black.
Ugh, me too. It's
There's-
good black.
There's nothing I found that's like black. So just
I have
wanted
a sweater
double.
out of the same exact yarn. Yeah, it is a true black. Do you have a really good light at home?
I have good
she's
eyesight.
she's a youngin. Look at me at my eyesight. No, she does have good eyesight.
Yeah. So it'll fade out to this
That's
purple.
gonna be gorgeous. And is it just? I will be patient and watch. Or you're gonna show me the picture, but like, is it full color work or just?
No,
yoke?
it's just to like right. I think around my waist is where it ends,
Okay.
and then I can't remember if it's on the wrist or not, or if people have added.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That is so gorgeous.
So the yarn that I dyed is actually so I do Good Vibes Only, which is 6 colors, but what I consider to be the 4th one is this, and it's my favorite mini skein out of the whole set. So I decided to do a slow fade.
Okay.
So
you're using multiple mini skeins.
I'm going to use 5 of them,
Okay.
and I just probably magic circle it, or just use it till it's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, technically that's like the 4th color of the 5 of Good Vibes Only.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's only 3 colors.
Gotcha. I love it. It is very beautiful. When is that going to be done? No, I'm just kidding.
Never.
Next podcast.
I don't make those kind of promises on here.
It's good. It's good to have a carrot at the end.
Yeah.
I know.
I just like remember when I was like, hey, remember my grandma's shawl? And then I was like, oh, I shouldn't make those promises.
Yeah, no, you're smart. You're smart. Well, I've been on a hat knitting kick lately, and I have a few just really simple. We actually turned it into kits for the shop because we have the yarn is a heritage by Cascade. It's their Prince collection, and it is called Seattle, and I'm sure that anybody who enjoys the Seahawks understands why they named it Seattle. And I kitted it up with some pom-poms. These are the snap pom-poms. They actually snap on really, really tight. But they snap on. You just put the little topper there and then snap it on. And this hat is stockinette and it's knit top down, which it's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's called the Y.A.S, the Y.A.S. It's yet another stockinette hat. But you start at the top with just a few stitches and go down. And the nice thing about that is if you had a mini set, if you had just a little bit of fingering weight yarn, you're like, I don't know how much I have here. You just go until you run out of yarn, or you could even do, it's a folded under brim, but you could do that a different color too, or just plowing through a whole bunch of mini skeins. You can do whatever you want. So the pattern actually really cool for a lot of things. So, and then, I put it just out of my reach. This is the lasagna hat, and a customer came in and wanted to knit this, and I was like, as soon as I saw the pattern, I'm like, I want to knit that, because I had seen it on Instagram, and it was very interesting. The pattern is a paid for pattern. Oh
my God, my light died.
The light's like, no more. It's a really interesting pattern. It's paid for, so I'm not going to give any of it away, but it definitely was a cool knit. Like, my brain still doesn't understand what I did, but I did it. And it comes with pom-pom too. So those are both available in store. So, but I've been knitting lots of hats. It's just been nice to like knit a hat and feel done. Like I feel accomplished.
That was like my 2 projects that I finished all year were
hats.
Before this were 2 hats.
Yeah. They feel good.
Oh, I also, because I cross stitch, so I have to show.
Oh yes, yeah.
In this bag that I made, remember how
I'm so impressed by
we said like my soul's black on the inside?
This is her in a fabric.
Yes. So I made this. And I'm so
looking at the
proud
print.
of it.
It has really cool, like it has a hand, it has all sorts of, but she made the bag.
I made the bag, and
like
then
I'm impressed.
Yeah. There is a tutorial on Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, her channel. She walks you through it. It's really easy. Just I hate cutting fabric. I'm not the best at it, and so I had to like re-sew the vinyl like twice because I could not get it good.
So good. It is so good. I love the thickness of it too. I know nothing about sewing, but I just am impressed by anybody who can do it because I can't.
And it's actually straight, and
magic spells and truth potions. I love it. It's super cute.
So inside of it,
the actual craft that's inside the craft that she made
is this cross stitch pattern. It is a teacup, and it's from the show Ted Lasso. Well, it's inspired by Ted Lasso.
Okay.
If you've ever seen it, it's on Apple.
It's on Apple. I want to watch it so bad.
I watched the first season because I was living with my in-laws 6 months before we bought our house, so they have Apple TV. I love the show, but I'm also not willing to get another subscription.
I know, right? That's my. I don't want another one.
But so the premise is a football coach goes to the UK to teach soccer. He knows nothing about soccer, but through positivity and hard work, they're gonna win, and they start winning. And the teacup represents he goes to the UK. He's an avid coffee drinker.
Okay.
But he's very polite, so anytime they offer him,
he has to.
he'll take a sip. And the quote that goes with this is "absolute garbage water."
It's such a cute, delicate teacup.
Yes. And the pattern is, I think, by the Crypt stitch, and it comes with 3 quotes. Another one is like, "It just tastes like brown hot water." It tastes like brown paper bag, and then absolute garbage water.
I love that. That is cute. That's super cute. I love it.
Yep. I did this in 3 days, and this is about 1,000 stitches.
Wow.
Which is like 10 hours for me.
It's a lot of work.
So.
Wow.
Yeah, the bag was way faster.
Yeah. Okay, you made a bag. You did that. You did all of these other things. I'm impressed.
Yeah. It was all because a customer was like, "Look at all the stuff that I've made," and I was like, "I need to finish things."
I'm gonna feel accomplished too.
So I think that's all of my stuff.
I just have something that I cast on other than hats. And then just talk about shop stuff after that. But I I'm not much. Oh, am I gonna lose a stitch? I just threw this down. I am not much of a lace knitter. Now, Love Note, I think, is this other category, right? Like, yes, it's got a lace top, but it's like a four row repeat. You know, you plow through it really fast and you're done. I'm not a lace knitter that, like, you have to pay attention. And so this is, it's on my needles, like, really all, can you see it? Yeah. It's all scrunched up on my needles because I have it on 32s and I probably should have it on 40, but we will put in a picture of what it actually looks like. But I just finished, it's called the Kutar, I believe, but I could be saying it incorrectly. And I just finished all of the yoke. I'm done. Now it's just stockinette for miles. And I love just knitting stockinette in the round. Of course, it's like 460 stitches, so it's a lot of stockinette in the round. But it's short sleeve, so like pretty much as soon as I divide for sleeves, like the sleeve is kind of done. Like you just pick it up and do some ribbing, you're done. And it's like as much ribbing as the top of the sweater, so it's like 6 rows, I think. Yeah. And then I am gonna make it cropped because I want to put it over dresses. So yeah, like it's pretty much the worst is done. I mean, not worst, but I surprisingly loved it. Like, I don't usually love it. The worst row was this one where you wrap 5 stitches. Oh, that's right there. That was the worst row. Because like you're constantly like moving the stitches back and forth and wrapping your yarn around it, and every single, you know, like it's every 8 stitches or so, like it was a lot. But I highly recommend the pattern. It's so beautifully written. The chart is really, really, really good, and I've decided that lace in the round I like because I only have to read the chart one way. I think my stumbling point with lace was I did flat lace, and then you had symbols that meant one thing on the wrong side and one thing on the right side, and my brain just couldn't ever get it, where this is just, the symbols always mean the same thing because you're just going around in circles. So lace in the round is a-okay by me. I highly recommend it.
And this is that,
that
new yarn.
New yarn. It's cotton silk tweed. I like this company because they're very, like, whatever's in it is what its name is. Like, like cashmere merino silk. It's like, it's got cashmere, merino, and silk. So yes, it's lovely. It doesn't feel like cotton as you're knitting with it, but it definitely has that, I guess, hand to it that like sometimes it fatigues you after you knit with cotton for too long. So it's definitely something that you have to like take breaks, because it definitely wears out my hands a little faster than like wool. Wool just doesn't wear my hands out like cotton does. So
yeah. And then the designer is Sari Norland.
Yes.
She does have a podcast on YouTube too.
Oh yeah.
So, and she goes into detail about all of her designs. So if you are interested, I would go
check her out. Yeah, I'm cannot say enough about her pattern. Like it's so beautifully written. I don't think I found anything that was like off. Like it's just perfect. So highly recommended. So the last couple things for the shop is that we have the seasonal sets for Square Peg Yarns, and it comes with, I'm gonna put the stuff back in that it comes with. No, it comes with this beautiful bag made of recycled sari, and
they are different.
Yes, every single one is different. I didn't get 2 that were alike. So yeah, like you get, if you purchase it here in the shop, you get to pick. If you purchase it online, I get to pick. And but not, I mean, all of them are super cute. It comes with Square Peg Yarns, our seasonal colorway, which is called Berry Picking, and it also comes with the cutest handmade stitch marker from Heather Ellis. There's a couple different berries that she made, so some of them are blackberries, some of them are strawberries, and then it comes with wild berry Skittles because yes.
Why not?
Anyway, we have a few of these left here in the shop. We also have a DK weight. So this one was the fingering weight version. We have a DK weight version that also has nylon in it. So the thinking is so many people have been doing DK weight socks instead of fingering weight socks, and you know, they need nylon too. So we did the nylon in that. Now, would that DK work for a hat? Perfectly. Yes, it would. So, and in fact, a customer today bought some for a whole sweater. It would be gorgeous in a sweater. So yeah, but we have been ramping up for the yarn crawl. And I have butterfingers. We've been ramping up for the Pacific Northwest Yarn Crawl. This is our passport. It is just a printed one. You just go to our website and print it out. It's not like a printed passport. But this is for the PNW Yarn Crawl. It goes from Paulsbo is the northernmost yarn shops. There's 2 there. And the southernmost is Chehalis. And then there's 3 stops in Olympia. There's a stop in Tacoma, Fife, us, Gig Harbor, and Allen. I'm like, I know all of these. But yeah, they're all in here. It's up here too. But yeah, we have a great representation throughout the western part of Washington State here. And this year our theme is travel, because we haven't been traveling as much in the last couple years, and so we wanted to kind of treat everybody to traveling. So each shop has a different location, and each one of us has a different mascot, and this is ours. This is Phil, and he's our little cat that lives in the cat sanctuary in Rome. When we picked out our place, Piper and I were like talking about a trip to see this cat sanctuary. She heard about it on YouTube, I'm sure, and she was like, we have to go to this place, there's a cat sanctuary in Rome. And I'm like, I want to go to Rome. And so we started researching it, and then when this came about and it was like, what is your location, what is your animal, I'm like, I'm gonna do a cat. Now, I didn't think about an animal that gives fiber. I did not at all. But another yarn shop picked cat too, so that's okay. But many of the other shops picked like yak and llamas
alpacas,
and fiber giving animals. We will not be selling any cat hair. That is not gonna happen. But yes, this is our little dude Phil, and he is going to be on a stick, and he's going to have a passport on his back. Like that, and he will go along the yarn crawl with people that he catches a ride with.
That's cool. That's
like
the
that,
travel part.
Flat Stanley. But yeah, so like it's for fun. If somebody's like, I don't want to take a cat to the next yarn shop, you totally don't have to. But the yarn crawl is May 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Everything is on our website, and that is pnwyarncrawl.com, and that has all of our locations. And you don't have to print out a passport before you come. Just come to your first location, and they can give you a passport. And the passport is just to get a stamp at each location. Going to the location, you get 2 patterns at every location, so 22 free patterns, and then you're entered into daily drawings for a $35 gift card. And at the end, all of those people will be put into a drawing for that huge box of yarn that I put on social media that includes like an interchangeable thing of interchangeable yarn, interchangeable needle set.
I'll put a picture.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and a whole bunch of Noro yarn. Anyway, everybody who stops by a shop gets put into that drawing, and then if you finish, you get a really cool wooden gauge ruler, and you're put into a drawing for a $100 gift card from each shop. So you have 11 chances to win that. So it's fun. It's a time to get out with. I mean, so many groups are forming to hit up all of the stores together, and it just feels like a normal crawl.
Yeah,
it does.
I don't do any of the yarn crawls, or I don't crawl, but I love working on them.
Yes, yeah, it is fun. And we have volunteers that will be stamping passports, and it's just like a party atmosphere, right? Like, this is our party.
And then you're gonna have Jada Woo.
Yeah, Jada Woo is our
trunk show.
And I just was gonna say, if I had thought about the samples, I have not shown the patterns yet, so I don't think I'm ready yet. You get to see our patterns the day of, but she provided the yarn for our patterns for the shop. So we have 1 knit and 1 crochet pattern. The knit pattern is a cowl, and the crochet pattern is a shawl. So yeah, but yeah, that's just been constant thinking and planning for this little guy, and we're so excited to like show everybody how hard we've been working and like bring you a fun party. So please stop by, even if it's just stop by, get your free patterns and check it out. It will be fun. So yeah, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of extra yarn, maybe,
you know, like maybe
tape
yak minis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, some yak minis. Some gorgeous rainbows of colors. So we also are gonna have like a little trunk show with Rainier roses as well, because why not?
Again, just like minis individually, like when you go do Yarn Crawl, it can be really expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, if you can just grab like one mini.
Yeah, and there's so many cool patterns out there that like you could grab a mini at each shop, and that would be 11 minis, and make just a really cool like scarf or shawl or something with just those minis. Because what, 11 minis is almost 3 skeins of yarn?
Like 22 grams.
Yeah. Or
no, 22. Well,
220? Math hard.
20 grams each, 2 by 11.
Okay, so 5. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, so yeah, 220. Yeah.
Math is hard.
5 to 1. 5 minis and one ball of yarn. Woo, woo, this is hard. I'm not making it better either. Anyway, yeah, you could definitely make like a really cool 200-gram shawl, really, with all those minis, and have like a memory of each one, like, oh, this is this yarn shop and this is this yarn shop, and I think that would be really fun to do. So yeah, we'll have the minis represented, and yeah, I think our last thing is just to announce a winner,
right, for the giveaway. So last episode showed this lovely orangey you're just kidding.
I'm hiding.
Yarn. I dyed this. It is let's see if I can remember. 50% wool, 25% silk, 25% linen.
Yeah, it's lovely.
No, it's alpaca, not wool.
Oh.
But it's a very drapey yarn. I no longer do 100-gram skeins. This is one of a kind. So there's 5 skeins. We have not picked a winner yet, but I will insert a video, whoever the winner is. Yay! So I will comment on your comment here on YouTube who won, and then if you want to go ahead and email info@alittlenitty.com, we will ship it to you, or if you're local, you can come and pick it up too.
Yep.
So yeah. Congratulations to the winner. That's exciting.
Whoever you are, you will love this. Yeah, we're gonna have her draw the name after we're done filming here. So yeah, I think we're about done. Babs back here is holding my candy for me. Yeah. So if one of these kits is missing some Skittles, you know who to call. Anyway, thanks for joining us again, guys. We appreciate you hanging out with us and knitting for a bit, and we will see you